I'm Rewa reporting for Sky News. Today, on the 22nd of August, we are celebrating famous French composer Claude Debussy's 146th birthday. Claude Debussy was born in Saint-Germain-en-Laye in 1862, the eldest of 5 children. His father owned a china shop and his mother was a seamstress. Debussy began piano lessons at just 7 years of age with an Italian teacher, Cruetti. In 1871, he gained the attention of Madame, the mother-in-law of Paul Verne, a student of Chopin. 2 years later, at the age of 11, Debussy entered the Paris Conservatoire. He spent 12 years under the tuition of many significant figures of the era, which he shocked with his unique harmonies and intervals of dissonance. He seemed to obey none of the rules of the time, which led to feelings of frustration from his teachers. He was argumentative and challenged the Academy's rigid teaching. "What rules do you then observe?" inquired one of his teachers. "None. Only my own pleasure," Debussy replied. "That's all very well," retorted the professor, "provided you're a genius." His close friendship with the singer Madame Vásnier was, however, one of the large influences in Debussy's music. She gave him emotional and professional support. After Debussy won the Prix de Rome with his cantata Les Enfants Prodigies, he received a scholarship to the Académie des Beaux-Arts, which included a 4-year residence at the Villa Medici, the French Academy in Rome, to further his studies, from 1885 to 1887. According to his letters to Madame Vásnier, he found the artistic atmosphere stifling, the company boorish, and the food bad, the monastic quarters abominable. Neither did he delight in the pleasures of the Eternal City, finding the Italian opera of Donizetti and Verdi not to his taste. Debussy was often pressed and unable to compose, but he was inspired by Franz Liszt, whose command of the keyboard he found admirable. In June 1885, Debussy wrote of his desire to follow his own way. "I am sure the Institute would not approve, for naturally it regards the path which it ordains as the right one. But there is no help for it. I am too enamoured for freedom, too fond of my own ideas." Debussy was determined to follow none of the rules of the era. He shunned them, preferring to question the Western forms and structures. He stayed away from the traditionalist Germanic influences, saying instead that he did not wish to use any more of the already used up resources of tonality. His music is often cross-referenced to paintings because, like the painters of the time, he tried to set a mood rather than tell his audience what to think. He would often hint as to what the theme of the piece would be in the title, such as Prelude to the Afternoon of a Faun. Paintings such as J.M. Turner's Rain, Steam, Speed are likened to Debussy's music. Although critics have called it a picture of nothing, it is said to be the essence of the Impressionist movement. Debussy's love life was complicated and he was associated with many women. One of his first mistresses, Gabrielle Dupont, threatened him with suicide. He then married Rosalie Texier, a dressmaker, in 1899. However, in 1904 he left her for Emma Bardak, the married wife of a banker. Heavily in debt, he moved into an apartment brought with her money. In 1905 they had a child, Claude Emma, and in 1908 Debussy and Emma married. In 1914, the outbreak of the World War robbed Debussy of all interest in music. A quote from him is, "France can neither cry nor weep, while so many of our men heroically face death." So, at the time, he was suffering from the ravages of severe rectum cancer. Debussy sadly died in March 1918.